Welcome back to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. I'm your boy Gales as usual, and to my left is
Hey man, you know who it is, man. It's the insane Mr. Dean over here messing with stuff. So you see my hands moving back and forth. I cannot get situated, but I'm good. I'm here. I'm ready for the show. How you doing, my black brother?
man. I'm doing well, thanks for asking, man. But I really do miss those headphones from last time. What happened?
My daughter had to use them, I guess, because she asked me the other night. She's like, "Dad, where them headphones at?" So, she had to get them back. Which these was actually the ones I was looking for, but I couldn't find them last week, so I had to go what was right there, and those I think the Hello Kitty headphones. I'll bring them back out.
Oh, please do. I always get a good laugh at that, man. I'll tell you what, those look a lot better. So, anywho, what you drinking on, man?
You like the Hello Kitties? You didn't like the Hello Kitties last week?
I love the Hello Kitties. What do you mean?
Come on, man. You know what I'm drinking on, buddy. You want me to show it?
Please. No, whoa, right. They ain't paying
us.
I
did.
Them.
All
They're going to pay us.
Guess what? Look, I'm from the South. I'm a Southern boy, so y'all know what it is. Yeah.
I love how you ask me, do I show it? And I say, no, they're not paying us. And then you go, here it is. Thank God, Dean.
Hey, man, look. Dean do everything outside the damn box.
Pay the man. We are mere seconds into the show, and you already. So, for anybody who may be new to this, Dean and I are courting Disney, and we're using that term very liberally because we're bugging them, and they have not even acknowledged our existence.
They ain't even snipped our parts yet, and they stink.
So, audience out there, so what we're trying to do is like clean up Dean's language, and every time he says a bad word, he's scaring off Disney. He has to pay a fine. So that's when you hear us say pay the man, that's what we're talking about.
To all our new listeners out there, man, I'm probably, if it was $10 a pay the man, I'm probably already anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 in debt. And that's in a year. It might be more than that. It might be. I'm about to say because we've been doing it for a year. Because if you listen to our first episodes, it was bad. I mean, my language was it was bad. I had to clean up some stuff. I had to clean up my act. So I had to cut the big F words and stuff down to shit and damn. And he still don't like that.
Pay the man to pay the man. It's not me. I love you for who you are. Just, this is not.
Hey, man, look. Disney, look at some of the actors that came from Disney. Let's not talk about them. Okay.
Keep going back to that.
You know what I mean? But we ain't gonna get into that. That's too political, man.
Because let me tell you, they're doing just fine.
I'm looking in the comments and Asher said 8,732,000. Good gracious.
The wife has been keeping track with the pay the man fine. Oh man!
Well, bro. I'm forever in debt. No,
you can pay that easily one day. Which brings us to today's topic, right?
Yep.
Boom! There it is. Looking and being rich. Thanks very much, wife. You keep that count going.
Yeah, because I'll probably add about 10,000 there tonight.
Oh Lord, please don't. So look, man. Hey, Miss Carlos. I feel like I'm saying it right. Hopkins. It's LOL. Boom. I'm gonna throw it up there.
What up?
Yeah, so our topic tonight is looking and being rich. You want to explain that to the people?
I do. Looking and being rich is when you are out and you look rich to the public eye, but in privacy or you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And what I mean like that, and then for the opposite side, you can look poor and be rich.
Uh-huh.
The thing, what I mean about that is, okay, take me or you, for instance, bro, we can go out in a regular t-shirt, a pair of cut up jogging pants, and some busted up shoes, but the busted up shoes would never be me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you could go out and be like it and drive a what we used to call it back in the day, a hoopty. A Geo Escrow, the Escort. I'm talking about the old ones with the rust and everything on.
Right.
You can go out and drive, and we could be driving that, and to the public eye, We look broke. Look like we stay in a tent, but we living in a gated community. We just don't need to show that we're rich. Okay, vice versa. We can also go out in Gucci, Dior, Louis Vuitton, all those top things. Um, $20,000 necklace on our neck, which didn't cost nothing but $100 from the from the middle of the mall.
Right.
$500 red bottom pants and the tip top line Gucci shoes, but we living in a daggum 1-bedroom shack that got barely running water and heat.
Yeah.
But we want to make the public eye look like we got all this money. So that's what the topic means today: looking and being rich. Do you rather look rich or would you rather be rich? And we want y'all to comment on this.
Please, because I feel like most people will take both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to be rich and I want people to know that I'm rich.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what you're talking about are the like Bill Gates of the world who like have billions of dollars and just got the the khaki slacks and loafers on and little button up, right? Nice and low key. And like you said, if you don't know who he is, you probably wouldn't. I mean, you probably wouldn't know who he was unless like are up to date on pictures and stuff like that. But just him walking around town, just so unassuming, right?
You're right, because like if you look at that guy, okay, I don't know this to be exact, but if I'm mistaken, this guy make like $1 million some dollars a minute. You can get that, or our producers, get the actual how much he make a minute. But if you didn't know him, right, he could be right there in Walmart standing next to us in line.
Right.
Would you know you were standing next to a billion, damn near a trillionaire? No, you would not, because he don't even look like it,
Mm-hmm.
Or compared to some of your actors, ex-athletes, they could be right there next to us in a Walmart or something, and you think they still filthy rich, and half of them bankrupt and broke because of how they look. They come out in their appearance, even what they drive, and we don't know. They could be 4, 5, 6 months behind on their car payment in this Maserati, but they're still driving it. They could still live in a big 10,000 square foot home, but they're almost a year behind in their mortgage, finna lose it. But to the public eye, we still think they're rich. You know what I'm saying? So that's the catchy part of that. But to me, and I know you, because we talked about this, we rather be rich, or like Bunny said, wealthy, instead of looking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but that's different. Some people rather look rich and not be rich. You got different views, and we don't know why people do what they do.
Right. So as Miss Hawkins is saying, is that what you're talking about? What they're saying, be wealthy.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And which advice? Let me reminds me. If anybody wants to come on and make a comment, you can click this link right over. Just a minute here. Boom.
Oh, and I see. I see how much Bill Gates make a minute. $30,400.
30,000. Thank you. This is our. I don't even know what to call you. She's definitely our producer in our hearts. She works on a lot of things behind the scenes. But we have 4 children, so she's out, getting some much needed, like, nice, vacation time from all this. So she's still working behind the scenes. Bill Gates makes $30,400 every minute.
Every minute, man.
And he doesn't look like it. Regular
Do
cut,
not.
glasses,
At all.
At all.
At all. And you think he care? No, he don't care, man. He don't care at all. Like that. He don't look like
mama.
Man. That's what I wave it to. I'm trying to put it in.
Right.
I'm trying to put it in the comments too, so y'all see me doing. Y'all see me doing that. That's what I'm doing, man. But like, okay, but I can't say at one point in time in my life I didn't try. I didn't try to look rich, knowing I wasn't, because a lot of us have went through that, and it's just really to try to impress the public eye. But like in reality, when you sit back and think, you'd be like, okay, do I want to have 3 cars and all these nice ass clothes and be broke? And be broke, or do I want to have one regular car, everything caught up, credit score high, nice house, and not even give a damn and be rich?
Pay the man. Lord, D.
or be wealthy.
Apparently, you don't want to be rich or wealthy.
Hey, look,
I'm with Miss Hopkins. I want to be wealthy. So many more people we can help if we're wealthy. Right?
You're right. I already have a separate funds get ready to get set up for account. I mean, for all the pay demands, so that I automatically get deducted from the check. Because
I hope it's a. Hey, I hope it's a. What do you call it? What do you do when you raising money? GoFundMe accounts or something like that.
I need one. Hey, y'all out there, if you could help me with a GoFundMe for the cussing, I gladly appreciate it because I've tried. I went to therapy for this shit. It don't work.
Pay the man. Jeez. So just to catch y'all up on some, here's the number. Dean wasn't sure how much he actually makes, actually makes. Boy, I wish, bro. Let me borrow $1. He's not sure how much in debt he is for this cursing fine, right? And so there it is, $8,700,000, $32.20. Thank you, wife. That's the missus, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah. So Mama Fertile, I mean, what we gonna do with this guy?
Hey man, look, I'm sorry. I Pastor Givens, Pastor Gray, Pastor Youngblood, pray for me, help me, please, Lord.
No, pray, and then after the prayer, oh man, get him. That's what we need. That's what I'm talking about. Right
TD Jakes. Somebody have TD Jakes call into the show. He might help.
Somebody, please click that link right there. It's right there in the comments. I'll post it again. Boom. Click that link right there. And call in, see if we can get Dean to do this right here. Stop cussing.
I'm sorry, buddy. I've tried. I really tried. This is hard, man. It's very fucking. Ooh. I almost let it slip. It's very daggum hard. All right, I'm sorry.
Daggum. See, be country. Everybody knows what that is. So Ms. Hopkins says the public makes everyone want to look a specific way if you are very, in quotes, wealthy. When in reality, when you know you're good, why care what someone thinks? Very well put. Very well put. And then the misses in regards to your fine, that number has increased since posted.
That's crazy. And that was just what, 3 minutes ago?
Right.
But I mean, I get what Miss Hopkins is saying. Oh, you see what she?
Yeah.
It ain't no help. It ain't no help.
We gonna do something. We gotta figure something.
But I get what she's saying because, like, if you listen to the songs, the music that's out, what's all on TV, that's all they put. Like the thing is, half of the rappers and stuff, their videos, half their stuff in their videos, not even theirs. They rent that stuff. A lot of them don't even own all that stuff. So are they really rich? And they rapping about it. They really not even there yet. But they got all this stuff in the videos and everything on their Instagram or whatever, and it's not even theirs. And even some of the money is prop money. It's not even real. And some people don't even know that. But for the public eye to see that, so now you got it instilled in everybody's head that, oh man, we got to look this way. We got to carry ourselves this way to be accepted. Really, you don't. You can look ordinary. And like I said, have a 800 credit score, nice house, okay car, but you got businesses, you got what you call it, equity, you got all this stuff, and you don't have to look it, and you sitting back just chilling and laughing at everybody trying to be and look like what you have. So which one would I think that'd be better being that way, But it's hard because, like, especially for the young society, man, that's what they see and they just gravitate to it, and they think that's the only way to be. And really, it's not the only way to be. You don't like, and we all went through it. Like I said, I did it when I was younger, man. To try to stay clean and stuff all the time. Wearing a fake jewelry that looked real, but it wasn't real. The fake grills and everything. I did it. I ain't lying. I don't know if we got a picture of that, but I did it. But what was that smart thing to do? No, because I look at myself now at 36 and I look at everything I could have had, but I didn't because I was trying to keep up with the Joneses, and you don't really start thinking and figuring stuff out until your 30s. Now, for the young people out there, and when I mean young, like younger than us, like in the 20s and stuff, and you already got yourself set up for life, I take my hats off you because I wish my brain and stuff was like at that age. It's a lot of young people out here that already set themselves up for life, and you can't be mad at them. You can only give them props and keep going. but a lot of us didn't think like it. A lot of us were trying to look a certain way, be a certain way for the public eye, I guess, to try to fit in. And you really don't realize that till you get older. Like, you was trying to fit in, but for why? Because half of the people you were trying to fit in for and with, you don't even talk to them no more. They don't even associate with you because they look at you now like, oh, well, you ain't got it. So was it really worth it? No, it really wasn't.
Right. I think what people are saying too, and she's right, you can't be rich today and broke tomorrow. You can be wealthy forever, and the generations after you leave are wealthy. But what happens when there's a group of people out there that don't want you to be wealthy? They don't want you to have a part of that generational wealth. But what happens is rap music goes from fight to power to the bling bling area, as Mr. Tony Richard would say. Right?
Hold on, man. Yeah. That's how I know you don't listen to too much rap. You went from fight to power, which that was good, to bling bling. Bling bling was early 2000s.
Bro, when was fight to power? When was fight to power?
In the 80s, late 80s.
Okay, so what I'm saying, music was empowering. It was all about fight to power. Better yourself, learn, read, black man. And it went from my chain, my car, my house, my baby, everything, right? Yeah,
but that was no. At the beginning, in the early style, it was just bling bling. Now it's my house, my car, how much it costs, what I got on, how much I walk around with 20 stacks in my pocket.
Bro, we are still in the bling bling era. I'm saying we went from like
okay, I give
those empowering groups who was telling black people to read, find your own history, find your culture. Don't be afraid of working and saving and then getting it that way. Stay out of jail. Yeah. We went from that era into the bling bling area, which we're still in, which is more about flash and look at what I have.
Flash and dash.
Right.
Flash and dash.
So I'm saying there was a group of people who decided to make that change. We're not going to promote the people who are making any sense and telling you to read. Instead, we're going to promote people who are either killing each other, right, or talking about the stuff that they have.
Yeah.
So as far as looking rich, and those rappers, like, they'll tell you now, they were broke. They get this nice little deal and spend it all, and then that was it. And all their music wasn't even being owned by them.
Yeah, well, right? I mean, what was that 30 for 30 call going for broke? It was talking about ex-athletes were talking about, I remember one lineman, man. I can't think of this guy's name. He played, I know one of the teams he played for with Detroit Lions. And this dude, he made a lot of money in his playing day, but he didn't invest well. He made a lot of money, but he blew even more money. You know what I'm saying? So when it was time for him to retire, he really didn't have nothing to fall back on. And this dude was like, man, I was down to like $1 million in my bank account, but that's when the H2 Hummers first came out. And he said, because of the lifestyle I lived and was used to, I had to have it. Back then when the Hummers first came out, they was anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000. The one he got was $70,000. So you only had $1 million left in your account. There goes 70 right there. And he said, I still was behind and stuff that I had to pay off. So eventually, now he working a regular 9 to 5. And this guy's an ex-NFL player, a starter, and working a 9 to 5 now. So I mean, I wonder how that would feel. Like, we ain't never experienced that, but we had aspirations on playing NFL ball. If we went from playing NFL ball, it didn't work from 5 to 10 years to boom, we working at Walmart. Like, that's crazy, man. But that's for real. It's a lot of ex-athlete, NFL, NBA, MLB, that's working regular jobs now and had a lot because they was too busy worried about looking rich instead of, in the long run, being rich. Now look at them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
So, of course, the wife is in the chat. She says this: I think the best thing a person can do is have good financial habits. Even if you are never rich or wealthy, but you are living a life you can be proud of, that's your real wealth. Appreciate that, wife. And I want you to remember that when I overspend on stuff, okay? I want you to remember that. And Miss Hopkins says, man.
I'm gonna tell you one thing you need to overspend on: lining that beard up.
Hey, man, I gotta let it grow. It ain't thick as yours, man.
I ain't lying. I'm proud of you, though. It is coming in. It's a
little something. This is 35 years in the making here, man.
Well, I ain't knew you 35. I think I knew you about 22 to 25. So it took you about 22 to 25 that I know you for it to grow in. But it's there. It's there.
Absolutely. Bye, Mama First. All thanks for stopping in.
Bye.
White says the devil is a liar. Ooh, someone's in trouble. Talking about that overspending. I know. I got to work on it.
Hey man, it's all right. We all have done it at times.
Miss Hopkins, you have to laugh that hard at that. Come on now.
Yes, she did, because she been knowing you just as long as I have.
Look, man. Look. So yeah, so we're talking looking rich versus being rich and why that is, and all that sort of thing. What's one of your biggest examples of like someone who wasn't rich climbing to that rich level and then losing it all and then getting it back? Like that sort of dynamic.
The first thing I think of is right off the top of my head, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson at the peak of his career, what, 200? He was worth at one point in time 200, almost $300 million. And then when he got in all that trouble, Mike lost all of that. Like basically people had Mike for dead. Like Mike would never bounce back from this. He lost everything: houses, endorsements, money. So many legal fines, man, you name it, Mike lost it. But over the years, Mike done gained all that back. Not all of it, but Mike done gained back now that he can live good and his kids can live good. He done gained all that back, because being young, Mike was flashy and taking care of a lot of people and just keeping up with the Joneses, the in crowd. I think as Mike got older and sat back and realized how people was just really milking him for what he had and didn't really care about him, Mike got a lot smarter. That's why Mike Tyson has bounced back and is doing very well for himself today. What's one for you?
Man, one for me will have to be Floyd Money Mayweather, right? He did. I mean, his father did okay in boxing, but not having anything, getting an incredible amount of money. And then losing it all and all this stuff coming out about him, in his personal life and, his illiteracy, all sorts of things, right?
Yeah.
And then deciding, okay, you want the bad guy. Because remember, he started off as Pretty Boy Floyd, right? Pretty Boy Floyd was all about, I'm going to be charismatic, but I'm this cute little guy who can, box well. And people loved him. This is when he was knocking people out, right? People loved him. And then he made a few decisions and adjustments of, one, I got to change my fighting style. I don't need to be out here trying to knock people out. I need to be trying to win, right? I need to be trying to win. And so he gets his defense up, and then he adopts the bad guy character, right? Because remember, really sweet kid turned to money, Floyd Money Mayweather, right?
Yep.
And then being the bad guy, realizing that'll sell tickets more than anything, because there are a certain group of people out there who all they did was spend money on Floyd to watch him lose. Right.
Yeah.
Then the other people who spend money on because, man, I need him to keep winning, to rub it into that other group's face.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my biggest one, was Floyd, man. But yeah, I don't know, because that sounds like. By the way, it sounds a little bit like your hatred for LeBron.
Do not, and no, I mean,
I'm just saying.
Do not get me started. Look, I'm telling you what, man. Because I don't. Oh my God, man. Let me tell you.
We'll talk about that a little later.
We'll talk about it a little later because I'm gonna warm some people up, because I love ruffling people's feathers when it comes to Bron James, as I call him. But I do like his shoes. I do like his shoes.
Oh my goodness, what in the world's going on here?
He has a great basketball shoe.
Look, one of our sisters and brothers from somewhere else.
Yeah, I seen that. That kind of scared me.
No, hey, about to break the show. Look, this is the perfect time to just move right on into tropics. Since I brought up LeBron like that. My bad.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, hard stop. All right.
Oh, my bad.
Tropics, aka trending topics. Mr. Dean, what are we talking about this week?
Man, my trending topic is that I don't know if you've seen this, but if anybody follow the sports world, you've seen this. Mr. Terrell Owens, all 47-year-old of himself, is talking about NFL. Give me a chance. I am not washed up. I want him ready for a comeback. Mr. Owens, sit your ass down, man. Sit down. You're done. It's over, man. It's over. And I'm not even talking about the age. And he's in tip-top shape. But you're not going to get out there and be an elite receiver to the likes of DeAndre Hopkins, Adams from Green Bay, A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, Metcalf. You're not going to be nowhere near these guys. You're not. It's just not. You're not. And your accounts in the locker room. Everywhere you've been, now he's been on some good teams. That's not mind you. Let me remind you. This guy teamed up with Chad Ochocinco and Carson Palmer. When he was good, they couldn't do nothing. He went on the Cowboys team with Tony Romo, and the only reason I call Tony Romo is because in the playoffs he's great in the regular season. He gets to the playoff, you don't know who he is. He was accounts in that locker room. You made it to the Super Bowl with the Eagles, but you and Donovan McNabb really didn't have a great relationship. You tried to make a comeback to that Arena League or whatever. You and the owner got into it because things didn't go Terrell Owens' way. And if things don't go T.O. way, T.O. is a big crybaby and I'm going to quit. I'm done because it don't go T.O. way. You did your Hall of Fame speech in Chattanooga because you was mad because how they put you in the Hall of Fame, but you still made it. So be grateful that you made it to the Hall of Fame because we got a lot of players out there that's wishing they could have made it to the Hall of Fame. T.O., give it up. Give it up, T.O. Give it up, man. You're a counselor. You're a me guy. T.O. is a me guy. He's not a team guy. He's a me guy.
Let me ask you this. Before we get into that, are you telling Tom Brady the same thing?
Is Tom Brady a me guy or a team guy?
First of all, you saying he's a me guy versus a team guy. Do you have any quotes on his teammates? Right?
Look, he's a counselor in the locker room, Jim. If it don't go T.O. way, a press conference back in the day, and I wish we had I should have sent you some to so we could upload these. Anything. If it don't go T.O. way, he's ready to either be out or he do something crazy or he makes some crazy comments or anything. It have to be T.O. way or it's the highway. It's not like that. So you're not going to come back in the NFL right now with all these young freak of nature athletes at receiver now because T.O. was a freak of nature himself, but if you look at Clayton Poole from Pittsburgh Steelers, this dude look like a daggum Mac Trump playing receiver. Like you can't outdo these young guys. Sit down, come in and be a mentor, but I don't even think you would do that because T.O. is not that type of person. If it ain't about T.O., it ain't about shit.
Pay the man. All right, fair enough. About 1,000. T.O. cried for his QB. Definitely a team guy.
How many times he do that, Brian? He did it one time. That's my team. But his lip was tripping like it.
Hey man, you tell anybody this man didn't he play on a broken toe or something?
He broke his leg. He broke his leg.
He's one of the best teammates he ever had.
I think he broke his leg like week 10, came back from the Super Bowl. I'm not taking away from T.O. play.
Right.
I'm taking away from T.O.
He's a teammate or not.
I'm talking about T.O. attitude.
There's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of stuff out there with T.O.'s teammates and former teammates singing his praises. Right.
Well, that's all fine and dandy. That's just the ones that did. We're the ones that don't. Okay, it's been a lot. Donovan McNabb, they just had an interview with him not too long ago. Well, he let a lot of stuff out on the table that we didn't know. How was him and Chad Ochocinco relationship? That's two big egos in one locker room together. And how was him and Tony? He cried for Tony Romo, but him and Jason Witten didn't have a good relationship. And him and Roy Williams didn't have a good relationship because he wanted the ball with Roy more than Roy Williams. But the thing is, I played receiver, and I played receiver on some teams with some great receivers. I always feel let the other receiver get his, but because that's going to open it up for you if you got a team of like 3 or 4 good receivers. You know yourself, the Franklin Generals, our semi-pro team we played for. You had me, you had Johnny, you had Corey, and you had Jake. I liked some games when Jake started getting off early because that freed me up. None of us ever complained about who got the ball the most because every different Saturday, we all contributed in a way to help us win. T.O. wasn't like that. He wanted it all the time. If you got 2 or 3 good receivers on your team and a good tight end, it's good sometimes to let them get theirs because that opened up for you to finish and end strong. I used to love when Jake used to get the ball before me, and he set the tone. Then okay, now we got to focus on him. Now number 18 over here finna show out. Or Corey got it first. Or the other receiver, Johnny got it first. I mean, and that's what made us such a great receiving core in the MTFL for a long time, is because none of us was me guys. None of us cared about who got the ball, because I think we all benefited from whoever started us off.
Well, okay, look, I'll give you this one. This may be the first debate that I've considered that you've won on the show in show's history. Over a year of doing this thing.
The first of many, my guy.
The first of many. Look at him. One victory, and he's already cocky. And I'm giving it to you because, you know, we always try to let the comments be the deciders of this. Mr. Brian Zayden says top 5 celebrations after TDs of all time in regards to Terrell Owens. Now, that right there says more me guy than team guy. So that's how you very narrowly get this win. Yeah. So for my trending topic, of course, is Mr. LeBron James. We brought him up. And I know Miss Hopkins says, no, not the LeBron topic. Yeah. LeBron James and this team of crafty veterans he's putting together. Mr. Dean, the world wants to know your thoughts on that.
Oh my God, man! What more do LeBron want? Okay, what you want? You want Kevin Durant and James Harden to come with you now too? Good God Almighty, dude! Like what? You want Steph? I mean, you might as well get all the greats in the NBA to come help you try to win the championship. I mean, now you go out and get IT. You didn't want IT when you played with him in Cleveland. You forced IT out of there with the GM and the up top people. Now you want him back. Now I'm seeing, now you want to bring in Patrick Beverly, knowing Patrick Beverly history with Russell Westbrook is not great. Them two guys really don't even like each other, but Braun wants to bring him in. Look, I'm going to tell you like this. You can have the greatest of the greatest talent on one team and it not work out. And I see that with these Lakers. You got all you want. Yeah, they all older, but these guys are known guys in the NBA for what they have done. You got all you want. There's no excuse. And I guarantee they still will not win the NBA championship. And LeBron will cry wolf about something. He'll cry wolf about it'll be some excuse with the quote-unquote king, the GOAT, not in my book, about that. And then since we're on the topic of LeBron, I seen the other day he made a tweet because the GMs somebody did a vote on the top player in the NBA, and LeBron got 0 votes. Oh, keep that same energy. That's the fuel I need for this season. Dude, why do you even have to say anything? You didn't have to say nothing. Okay, if it fueled you, don't say nothing. Go out there and dominate. But being LeBron that the guy is, I got to have the attention and the spotlight on me. Oh, keep doubting me. Keep tweeting that. Give me all the fuel I want for this season. Man, shut up, Braun. Shut up. Giannis Antetokounmpo, top player in the NBA right now. Right behind him, Kevin Durant, and then Steph Curry. In my book, Steph Curry is the top player in the league, but I got to go off, what it is. Giannis, what the performance Giannis put on in the finals, top player in the NBA right now. The performance he put on all year long. The guy looked like he broke his daggum leg and came back and willed.
What does look like got to do with it, man? If they came out, I was like, he actually had 2 fractures. Maybe it's more heroic, but I mean, he always does. He has always done his part, right? I think those other guys around him have a lot of credit, which is what LeBron is trying to do. Like Mr. Zayden is talking about here. Getting Dwight back is huge, right? They all do it, which is true. Of course, Miss Hawkins is like, oh, Lord, Sid is amped up as usual, Miss Hopkins. We know this guy. But here's what I'm saying. You, my friend, if someone tells you that you're not the best at anything, I don't care. It can be hopscotch. You're going to be like, keep that same energy. I'm about to show you. And all summer, I guarantee you are working on your hopscotch game. Okay? So how can you, who has that level of, competitive nature, not be for LeBron in all this? How you not rooting for the old guy? He's our age. How are you not rooting for the old guy to whoop up on these kids so that, I don't understand how you not team LeBron, man.
Because that's just me. Okay, you've been knowing me since we was 11, 12 years old. That's all. That's always been me. I've always been that competitor. Like you say, I ain't good at something. Okay, I'm gonna go prove it to your ass that I am, and I'm gonna let you hear it. You know, that just be. I ain't never just said, okay, that's all I. I ain't never just let you say that about me, and then like I don't say nothing. I'm gonna let you know, and then I'm gonna go get better. Okay, I've never been a fan of the guy on the court. I think LeBron is for LeBron. That's what I'm saying. LeBron is all about some LeBron. Same as Tim Tebow is all about some Tim Tebow. You know?
How did we get to Tim Tebow?
That's
even sully this airway. We're not gonna sully this platform.
That's for next week's show. That's for next week's show. But anyway,
I don't even.
Any little thing that LeBron could get some, you got all the airtime in the world on you. The media is on you 24/7. Any chance he get to get more on him, he do it. And what do? You go and tweet stuff because they gave you 0 votes for that. All right, man. Then go out there and prove them wrong that you're the best player in the league this year. Go out and prove them wrong. Go win the championship, which I don't think y'all gonna do. After you done cry whoop to get the oldest super team in the league. Go ahead.
Oldest super team in the league. So here's what my wife is saying. We live in the social media age. Why can everyone say stuff on social media and he can't? He being LeBron James. Your thoughts on that?
Because it's LeBron James.
That's one of the most. I don't know what to do with you, man. I mean, he wins again today. Look, again, let's get back to our topic: looking and being rich. And in regards to LeBron James, is he a person who looks and is rich? Can you give him that kind of credit?
I will give him that credit. The guy looks and is rich. And like I said, people tell me all the time, I'm hypocritical for this, but I don't think I am. I let it be known. I'm not a fan of his on the court. I'm really not. Probably never will be. The things that he does off the court to set himself up, his family, and for people less fortunate, I cannot say he don't do a great job at that because he does. Because he came from the bottom, from the gutter, and is to the top. You know, but he makes it that he still, after his NBA career, will be good. His kids will be good. His kids will be good, and everybody else that carried the James last name. So I don't hate on that. And you if anything, you got to appreciate that. That is actually motivating.
Absolutely.
Him on the court, no, not a fan of him. Him off the court, yes, he looks and is rich, and he do it the right way.
Absolutely, ain't nothing wrong with that, Mr. D. Hold on. So, let me pause this. So we're talking about looking and being rich, right? Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right. So this is one of the things we talked about, right? You know, MC Hammer had that issue of having to look a certain way and all that sort of thing. You know, and now he kind of looks more like this, right? So
yeah.
From a guy, just got me a little jacket on, got my bald head cleaned up. But he's probably doing a lot better now. Maybe not like ultra rich or anything like that. But if you hear this dude spiritually and mentally, he sounds a lot better. Some crazy stories about that dude. We got to get into that.
Well, the thing about Hammer was very rich. Hammer was one of your best performers on stage, but Hammer took care of a lot of people. Hammer was trying to be loyal to too many people that he could actually afford. So I think in the end, that's what made Hammer lose a lot of money. Hammer was trying to take care of everybody. Like if you were part of the MC Hammer, the group, the dancers, anything, he took care of them people. If them people could come and say Hammer didn't take care of them, you crazy as hell. Hammer took care of a lot of people, but I don't think he did it the right way. So in the end, it kind of like it hurt him financially.
Right. So as Ms. Hopkins is saying, he tried to bring too many people with him at one time. Versus what LeBron James, who had no background or anything, he just had an ear for a talent for listening to the right people around him, and then not bringing people up, but employing people, not just handing out money all the time. Man, I need a house. Here you go. Man, I need a car. Here you go. That stuff adds up, bro. I'm a family of 6. I'm married and I have 4 children. Like, there's a difference going to McDonald's real quick by myself versus with all 6 of us in the car. I mean, it's incredible. Now, what happens if my 2 daughters are doing something and bringing in money? It's a little bit different, a little bit easier. So as we get off of LeBron for a little bit, That's one of the things that MC Hammer failed at, right?
He
This
did.
weird guilt of making it and having to bring people.
He did. And I see what Mr. Zayden said. LeBron brung everybody up too and made them earn it. Yeah. He really did because, and that's why I say, as a guy off the court, I respect and like everything he's done because all his high school teammates, he put all those guys in a position that they're sitting good right now today. How many players can you say that? NFL, NBA, anything, like for me, if I always had it in my head, myself, if I had made it and you and Sadiq didn't, and along with my cousin, Bam and Tame, I still would have had y'all on my team in some kind of way because y'all are my guys. Black too. Y'all are my guys. So I wanted y'all to be took care of. So if I made it, if I got it, y'all got it. But you're gonna have to work for it. I just can't hand it to you. I'm gonna put you in a position for you to be good. Now, if you fail once, okay, I help you again. You fail twice, all right, your ass out, young. I'm sorry, but but that was my vision. Like me and you talked about it. I've been like it for a long time. In some kind of way, y'all all could have helped. In some form, if I had made it, but I didn't. And that's the thing about LeBron. It's okay that I do respect because he made it, and a lot of his friends didn't. But he like, okay, I'm gonna put y'all in a position to be okay anyway without basketball. So you can't dislike that part of the guy, and I don't. I'm just not a fan of him on the court, and I get a lot of flack for that. But you ain't got to be a fan of everybody on the court, the field, or the baseball diamond. You really don't.
Right. So we're on Hammer. Got the sisters on my brain. So Ms. Hopkins says Hammer would have been better off doing like Master P did. He wanted them to come up together, but he carried all the weight himself.
Yeah.
So one of those things, that's what Hammer did, right? But Master P, one thing that I didn't pay attention to, I don't know if you did, Mr. Dean, or not. Snoop Dogg, especially nowadays, is out there opening up about his relationship with, Master P, right? And how he brought him in, showed him how to not just, get a deal and all that sort of thing, but make money. And then create your own label and have them make their own money, and you get paid off for that, and so on and so forth, right?
Now, and even Master P, I'm a big fan of Master P rapping and off the court. Terrible actor though. He can't act worth a damn.
Why you bringing the black man down, man? That has nothing.
Anybody know P can't act. P can't act, but P everything he do is great. This guy right here. I'm gonna let you talk about this guy because the picture. Look at this dude.
I think the picture's enough, man. Let's go to some other people.
I can't even.
We got looking rich versus being rich. Oh man.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Oh God.
This young man here. Is this the chain you were talking about, Dean?
That's the chain. Guess what?
How many carats of gold is that chain, bro?
Hey, in my mind, that chain was both of them chain was 24 karat. Them chains, and that was 12. That was
in my mind.
In my mind, they 24 karat gold. In reality, they were 10 karat plate.
This officer says, "Oh Lord, no chain."
I had to fresh line up the glasses on. If you see me that night, you thought this nigga. Oh my bad, good guy. You thought this dude right here. He's like, this dude right here got some change, man. Yeah, right. I looked it though. I did look it.
Let me see. Speaking of people who thought they were doing something, right? Hey, what about this?
Look at this guy right here.
Oh, you couldn't tell that dude anything.
He got the velvet jacket on.
Let me tell you something. Lord. Broke. That's a dude who was living check to check. Right?
Got the clean cut and everything.
Right, that was a long time ago, man. He was looking rich versus being rich.
Yeah, right. I told you, we all done it. We all done it. Man.
She said, "Oh man, now that was this summer. Right before I got my hair did.
That right there.
Hey, I'm trying to go back. Hold on.
That right there, buddy. Like, look, I ain't gonna lie, man. You, hey,
oh man.
Can I say what I want to say?
Oh, I mean, this is your show too, buddy. Go ahead.
All right, man. You look like one of them dudes down there on 2nd Avenue on Saturday night, man. Ask for $1 to go get a damn beer. In this
Hey,
picture.
man.
In this picture, man. In this picture.
Man.
Just in this picture. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
What are you talking about, man?
What was you thinking?
Hey, that's the dude who's not living check to check and don't give a crap about what anybody thinks.
Exactly. There you go, though.
Difference.
That's the difference. I can joke on you, but you're not living check to check and you're sitting well.
But I mean, we eventually made it to here, right? So there it is. We eventually made it here.
We made it there, man.
Mind you, let me tell you. I'll tell y'all a little secret behind this picture. I had a nice suit, okay, but I didn't realize I was eating so daggum good. I tried the suit on just to make sure everything, once I got there, right? Ooh, I couldn't close them pants. I couldn't close that jacket. And I went on some crazy diet. And Mrs. Aiden, if you're still with me, can attest to this, like really low calories. I try to stay away from drinking and that what do you call it? Cheese, all kinds of stuff, man. And I squeezed into that suit. Looked like I was at a funeral.
Dude, like the thing is about that suit that made me like it the most. You wore the tennis shoes with it. Do you not know how many times I went back and forth with my sister for this day for I could wear tennis shoes with my suit? And she said, hell no. I couldn't do it. I'm a big fan of the tennis shoes with the suit. I promise.
Oh,
I liked it. I loved it. Boy. I ain't gonna lie.
She said, look at God. She is cracking me up.
He tearing us up, man.
Right. I'm surprised Black ain't said nothing, man. Jamarcus, don't tell him we on.
He'll look at it later. I'll talk to him earlier.
That was looking rich versus being rich, right?
Yeah.
And we're by no means rich, but as my wife said before, better spending habits, trying, and we're gonna fail so many times before we do, know. So yeah, that was a good example. Man, I think we need to go on into the next segment. That was brutal. Miss Hawkins was tearing us up, boy.
Tearing us up.
Right. Here we go. Let's go on into the next segment. All right. Oh yes, the T is silent. So I know I'm supposed to do challenge of the week. I'm gonna fix that. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix it next week. So for those of you who are maybe new to the show, we have a segment called Cows, aka Challenge of the Week. Right, Mr. Dean, this week's challenge.
Man, this week's challenge, I want, I always do the physical part of this. This week challenge, I want you to do a workout, mainly something like a punching bag or the medicine ball, some of that nature, to take out whatever built up frustration you had for the week. And that's the best way to do it. 10 minutes, anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes of full out frustration workout. And that could be the medicine ball slams on the floor, the punching bag, some to that nature. And make sure you do 10 to 30 minutes of it and watch how you feel. And that's my challenge of the week to our people out there.
Love it. I love it. And again, if you're just joining us, Mr. Dean handles most of the physical stuff because he's a physical specimen. And I try to handle some of the mental stuff because, I'm crazy. And in my pursuit of improving self, I feel like I've learned some things that I can pass on to some people in similar situations. All right. So my challenge of the week this time, all right, is simply be humble. That's it. Be humble. And any form that takes for you, look, I feel like God puts things in our hearts. Like all you need is like a little bit of something that makes you just like, oh man, he talking about me, bro. But yeah, this week be humble. I was humble this week. I'm not gonna get into the details. There you go. I'm not gonna get into the details. Oh, go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off. I gotta be humble and close these damn blinds because this is getting to me. Hold on.
This dude. So yeah, be humble. Little things like what Dean just did, man. The blinds are too bright. It's in my eyes, so I'm sorry. I got to interrupt the show and close them. Little things like that can be something that small. It can be something huge. But yeah, this week, try to find a situation where you can, just humble yourself, right? Like we're talking about looking rich versus being rich. Maybe humble yourself and, I don't know, get rid of a chain, maybe donate a pair of shoes, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe, like for me, be humble and stop buying other people's stuff. right? I've bought meals and things like that. You know, maybe be humble and back and understand that you don't know everything. And like I have this thing, Dean, where I like to think that I can fix anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need to humble myself and like, hey, some situations I just cannot fix, right? She's still tearing us up. She's still coming for us. We gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry up. I want to try. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Bunny, if I find that chain, it will be on my neck next week's show. If I can find that chain. I don't know what I did with them, but if I find them, they on my neck next week.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, Dean, before I give you the last word, I'm gonna try something here. Ooh, live. I don't know if this is gonna be good or not. And forgive me, anybody and everybody who's involved. Window. Let's do tab. Let's do Facebook. Of course, share the audio. Yeah. So, boom, there that is. I'm gonna try to get us out of here. Wait, before I go, so before I let you have last word, I want to give a shout out to my little sister, man. Jay Lee and her little crew. She said, just Jesus. I know, wife. I know I should be polished by now, but you gotta let the people see behind the curtains. I'm horrible at this, but I'm learning. I will be fearless in this pursuit. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to my sister, man. I'm gonna play this promotional, but she's always been a hero of mine. I'll share a quick story. Hold on, let me get that out of here. Quick story, she's at Alabama A&M, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, she's a graduate and she's a master holder. I'm just saying, hire her. She's at Alabama
Shout
A&M.
out to the listeners.
Yeah, and she, as far as the look rich versus being rich topic goes, decides to get her stimulus check or grant money or whatever it was back in the day, Pell Grant stuff, right? And spend it, looking good, feeling good, doing fun things instead of buying books. And so what she did to counteract this was get together a study group so she can utilize other kids' books. Little stuff like that, man. I've always looked up to. She's my little sister, but I always look up to her like she's my big sister. So we're gonna give a good shout out on the show, even though this is done poorly, and play this promotion. Then we'll come back and have you have the last word.
All right.
All right.
Welcome to the Geek Podcast, the highly anticipated show that is missing from your podcast playlist. My name is Jay Lee, and I am so excited to finally get this journey started. Our podcast will consist of real conversations about everyday living, entrepreneurship, community awareness, and so much more, all in hopes of encouraging, educating, and helping our listeners evolve into the best version of self. We will also be highlighting those who are already exceeding their goals to gain different perspectives of what success truly looks like. So stay tuned for episode 1, releasing September of 2021.
All right. That was good. Did you hear that? I was like, I'm not sure. Yeah, she said that was smart. That's right. So my sister found a way. She's talking about the Alabama A&M thing. So yeah, so please check that out when it comes out. I'm looking forward to it. See what you got to say. That government. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but okay, as usual, Mr. Dean, last word.
Man, last word. You know what it is, man. Look, same going into the mental health, man. Somebody, anybody, close, friend, not close, going through anything, pick up the phone, call, text, talk. I had some things going on with myself, and I appreciate family, friends that I talked to. Y'all got me through it. My spirits is still good, and I don't know if that would have been that way without the conversations I had with you guys. I'm greatly appreciative of that. Don't ever think I ain't, because I know y'all a phone call away and y'all always see me through. So to all our listeners out there, friends, anybody, if you got people going through anything, pick up the phone, call, text, check on them, talk to them, get them through that hard time or whatever they're going through. Y'all don't know. That will take you a long way. Just them little conversations I had, I'm telling you, man, I was down and it boosted me up. I'm telling you, y'all don't realize how much it did. I'm greatly appreciative of that. So I want everybody to do that. Check on your people. If you had any beef with anybody, end the beef, talk it out, do what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, we ain't here forever. We're living in a crazy world. You never know what's going to happen. And y'all know how I always do. We appreciate the love, the support. Gales and Dean, peace and love. See y'all next week.